Welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast with Jacob Ayers, providing actionable content to help you along your journey to financial freedom through real estate investing. As the premier asset class, real estate has helped ordinary people just like you amass fortunes. The benefits of passive income from real estate investing will allow you to live a life you want. And now, your host, entrepreneur, real estate investor, and apartment deal syndicator, Jacob Ayers.
Hi, and welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast. You're listening to episode 181. Hi, I'm your host, Jacob Ayers, and this is Friday Fundamentals. For all of our new listeners, hi and welcome. Thank you so much for finding this show. And for our avid, loyal week in and week out listeners, welcome back. I'm so glad each and every one of you are here. I know you have tons of options and tons of things you could do with your time, and the fact that you hit play on this podcast means a lot, so hey, thank you so much. Today, I've got an interesting topic lined up for our Friday Fundamental, and that is take action now. Yeah, such a simple one. Take action now. You know, in the world we live in today, we have countless options. The opportunities at our fingertips are so many that we can't even conceptualize them. We can do, see, explore, invent, and learn almost anything we can imagine. It truly is a great time to be alive and experiencing the world that surrounds us. But with all of these options, some never find themselves actually doing any of these things. What separates those who do, those who make it, and those who achieve success, and those who, well, don't, is simply action. Conjuring up ideas, writing out business plans, mapping financial goals, planning adventurous vacations, thinking of starting that side hustle, planning that race, and talking about that one day are all great. But without action, they're nothing. Now, while visualizing and planning your future are important, those things will not get you anywhere without taking some action. Last Friday Fundamental, we discussed habits. I laid out the 3-step process, which was visualize, set goals, and build habits. Taking action falls into that 3rd step of building habits. This is where you implement the things you've planned. It's the hardest step for a lot of people. Now, I'm sure everyone has thought of a $1 million idea at some point, only to never act on it. I know I have. Back in about 2014, I wrote down in my journal that I wanted to create a kayak company and design and build my own kayaks. Yes, I enjoy kayaks and kayak fishing, so I thought it would be a great idea to build and design my own. But just like so many people out there, I never took action on that, or not yet at least. So here I am running this podcast and investing in real estate instead. But what is stopping you from taking action on your $1 million idea? Most likely, it's just the simple fact of taking action now, today. Taking action is actually quite simple. You don't have to set out on day one and move mountains. You just have to take small steps each and every day. If you can just simply put yourself in motion, you start to build momentum, eventually becoming unstoppable. Here are a few tips on how you can take action now. 1, break your goals down into annual, monthly, and weekly tasks. Then focus on those weekly things you need to do. These are usually very small and actionable things. For example, you might call 5 property owners, or analyze 3 deals, or run just 1 mile, or sign up for that online class, or whatever it is that puts you closer towards your goal. 2, track your progress. By tracking your progress, you hold yourself accountable for taking small and consistent action. Write it down in your planner, scratch it on a piece of notebook paper, or log it on your online calendar. And 3, focus on taking that first step. Make that first step small and achievable. If you can start with small steps, you'll eventually get comfortable with taking bigger and bigger steps towards your goals. And lastly, keep your eye on the big picture from time to time. Look up from your weekly and monthly goals to make sure you're on track to achieving your long-term goals. If you've steered off course, just take some corrective action and get back on track. More or less, it comes down to making progress every day, no matter how big or small. Do something today and every day that puts you closer towards where you want to be tomorrow, next year, and next decade. So many people never even get started taking action towards the things they want. For some, it's the fear of the unknown that stops them. For others, it's not having everything 100% figured out down to the T before they start. If these are stopping you, then great. I've got good news for you. That is, no one knows what the future holds. No one knows everything about the journey before they start. And no one has everything figured out, so you shouldn't expect to yourself. Now, maybe you're the person who says you don't have time to take action. Time is the biggest excuse we give ourselves. I mean, after all, we all have the same amount of time, right? We all have 24 hours in the day. It's just, how do you use it individually? We act like we're busier than we are, and we can't fit another minute of action into our days. Now, I encourage you to audit your time and see where you are wasting time in your life. Now, no matter how productive or busy you are, I can almost be sure that there is some time in your day where you are doing things that you could instead be taking action towards the things you want. You have the opportunity and capability to achieve anything you want in life. All you have to do is get started and take action, no matter how small. Put one foot in front of the other and don't stop until you've reached your goal. If you consistently take action and never give up, then there is absolutely no way you will not get to where you want. So get out there and take action. Do the things today that will put you closer to your goals tomorrow. Soon enough, you'll look back at your journey and realize how far you've come just by getting started and never quitting. Well, that wraps up this week's Friday Fundamental. Hey, I hope you're getting value from this show. I hope you're liking these Friday Fundamentals and, of course, getting tons of great value from our weekly guests. If you like this show, if you like what you've heard, please go over and leave a rating and review on whichever platform you're listening on. I want to thank all of you who've been giving shout-outs to the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, all of those platforms. It means a ton to the show. It helps it reach new audience members, providing me more feedback and helping the show get that much better. So thank you for that. For more information, resources, and to connect with me, you can do so at www.jacobayers.com. And if you'd like to meet me, I'm going to be at the Best Ever Conference in Denver on February 22nd and 23rd, 2019 this year. So I'd love to see you there. If you're planning on going there, definitely reach out to me on social media or the website. Let me know. I'd love to meet up with you. Well, till next week, engineer the lifestyle you want.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, providing you actionable content to build your real estate empire. Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for personal advice. The opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have a potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom, LLC, exclusively.